The man who saved me, and who got me involved in this unbelievable escape, had more facets to his personality than I could ever have imagined. Roy's strong, and he's brave, and he's been a true friend to me. But he has a dark side, and doesn't blink an eye when looking down on someone he's just killed. I'm lucky to be counted amongst his friends. It's when I learned he was a technomancer that he started making sense to me. His knowledge about relics, his attitude, he's different from anyone I'd ever met before. His mastery of technomancy, it sets him apart. The last pieces started coming together when I discovered he was a fugitive. That he had fled the source to escape the gilded cage of the technomancers. He risked it all to be free. If his need for freedom pushed him to escape the technomancers, a POW camp in the middle of the desert would never suit him. The journey is long. We have to avoid being recaptured by Abundance and get back behind our own lines. Aurora seems to have won the war, and both sides are demobilizing troops. We've abandoned the train, moving from one shadow line to the next, staying away from marauders. I had more than enough time to question him about his past and what went on at the camp. Like why he helped Jay find his lucky charm. Even if it didn't do him much good. He doesn't always answer. To be honest, he rarely does at all. But I know him a whole lot better all the same. At least I like to think so. I'm proud to know him. I hope a little of his strength rubs off on me.
Your parents going to be okay with someone like me coming around? Even if I am bringing the prodigal son back.
You'll be welcome. My parents are in the militia. I can't wait to tell them all you did for me.
Many things seem to have changed while we were away, and that includes the militia's popularity. We'll see. You were lucky enough to snag some clothes your size. That'll be more discreet than those prison uniforms, and I have the feeling this will prove useful around here.
Hey you! Papers!
Listen, Sarge. I know how stupid it may sound, but I forgot them at home.
And you forgot your uniform, too? What the fuck is that attire?
I know you have a hard and unsatisfying job. How about I make your life a little easier, and you forget you ever saw us?
Are you, like, trying to bribe us? With what happened lately, that would be just as good as signing our own death warrant. Where are your papers?
Very well. I suppose you want more? We can make a deal.
I don't know who you think you are, and what we are, but you'll explain it all at the office. Come on, we take him in.
Innocence, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened, but we gotta go. Pretty obvious we're not safe here, especially if they're watching the house. Come on.
Roy, my parents are dead, aren't they?
They must have been arrested, and they're probably dead by now. Yeah. And if you don't want to join them, we gotta get going now.
Oh, okay.
You there! You're under arrest! Stop right there! Get them!
Are you Tenacity? The bounty hunter?
That's me.
I have a contract for you. A man we want to find.
And consider it done. What's his name?
His name's Temperance, but he calls himself Roy. He refuses to join us. He's a renegade. You must be careful, it said that he's armed.
Armed? You think I usually go after Boy Scouts? Anyway, I know this Roy. I didn't know he was a renegade. We even worked together back in the day. Tough guy. I mean, it's gonna cost you.
Name your price. We can't let this man walk free. And if he dies, we'll only be grateful.
All right, I'll be back with his body in a bit. Now get out of here. Your stench is pissing my dog off.
Think they could follow us. You all right?
Not too well. I need to understand what happened. Somebody's got to know something.
I'm really sorry, kid. I know what you're going through and why you need answers, but my priority is for us to survive, too. We gotta find a place to hide out. I had somewhere not far from here back in the day, so let's go see if it's still there.
Okay, you're probably right. Roy, I've never felt this way. I'm so fucking angry, yet I can't even cry.
I understand, I promise. We'll go find Charity after. If anyone knows anything about a rebel or resistance movement, it's her.
Thanks. Really, thank you. You seem to be making a habit of saving my life.
Forget it. Come on, let's go.
Well, well. The handsome Roy is back. And with a cute little boy, too. Care to introduce us?
Charity, this is Innocence. Innocence, this is Charity. The great lady of Chatelaire.
A great lady. Don't listen to him, boy. I used to be a whore. Nothing more. But I don't keep my ears plugged.
That's kind of why we came to see you. We'd like to know what happened to some former members of the militia.
Former militia? His family, I suppose. Poor kid. Pretty much all of them were arrested in a single night. No one knows what happened to them after.
I imagine there's a kind of a resistance movement, seeing what the government's like. Kid wants to get in touch with them.
You know, they're a secret society. And a secret society is, well, secret, you see? They don't exactly carry signs saying who they are. It'll take time. And I need a favor. A friend of mine disappeared. And she's not the kind of girl anyone files a missing person on, if you see what I mean. She left a while back to go to Tierville, and she never came back. Find her, Roy, and I'll find the resistance for you.
In the shopping district, huh? All right, I'll take care of it. You wouldn't be a friend to Charity, would you?
I know her, yeah. Who doesn't, you know?
Seems she likes you. She's worried about your disappearance.
Really? Just that, I got some work, see? Sure you're not looking for a good time?
Who's your pimp? Things okay with him?
My boss, he's right back there. And yeah, he's a real sweetie. Anything else?
I got the sweetest and the best girls in the neighborhood. Want to take one for a ride?
Listen, leave me alone. He'll kill me if you keep this up.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Disgusting. And that girl of yours, doesn't look like she's being treated real good.
What business is that of yours? She ought to be happy. She works in a good neighborhood, and she's got work, not like the others.
Be happy? You son of a bitch.
I don't think you get my drift. You let her leave, and I don't kick your head in. That's my offer.
Oh, you really think a shithead like you's gonna scare me? Ain't the first time some punks tried to butt in on my business. Now get the fuck out of here, asshole, or I'll kick your head in.
You little fuck. That was a big mistake. One I was hoping you'd make.
Progress with the other, looker?
I talked to your pimp. You can go back to your neighborhood. If I were you, I'd go see Charity right away.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. One more week and I think I'd have died. See you at her place.
I got your friend away from that guy. She should be back soon, if she isn't already.
So I heard, yes. Thank you, Roy. Here, take these clothes. You'll blend in a bit better.
And the resistance?
I have a few leads, but nothing solid. Come back and see me soon. I should be able to help you. Roy, honey, you're gonna be so proud of good old Charity. I found the resistance. Or at least a way to get in touch with them. They have an informer in a bar in the North neighborhood. A guy who organizes arena fights. He'll probably have to earn his respect before he trusts you. He seems kind of twisted, but you're a big boy, right? Good enough for you?
Yeah, you really are the queen of the city. Huh. Seeing as this kind of contact can go south any second, I think we better hurry.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Miss Charity, thanks for your help.
Call me Charity like everyone, kid. And don't worry, I'm glad I could help.
Hi, what can I get you? I heard a guy could get in touch with the Resistance here.
Yeah, people say all kinds of shit these days. And that kind of shit is the kind what hurts an honest businessman like myself. On the other hand, you know what brings people into my bar? Gives it a bit of life. The fights. You look like you can take care of yourself. You go in the arena and the place will light up.
Yeah, okay. Anything I should know?
You're gonna take on some moles. Try to make a show out of it. Makes the customers go crazy. Here comes our hero. Kinda lets you work it out of you, doesn't it?
You could say that, but that's not really why I'm here, you know?
Yeah, I do seem to recall. Yeah, okay, listen. You kept the people entertained, and when he fights, a guy can't lie.
I can't say I really follow you.
When you watch someone fight, you know what he's like inside. You're no saint, but you're no traitor either. They meet back there. Go see the guy and give him the password. It's, there can be no rest. Nothing else is any of my business.
Thanks, Roy. Thanks to you, I'm finally going to meet them.
Thanks. I'll go have a look.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
There can be no rest.
Until they drink of our tears. You may enter.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Forget it.
You want to meet the Resistance? Consider it done. What do you want? I'll warn you right away that if they smell a trap, they'll kill you.
Stop it, Marco. We know who they are. They have no reason to betray us.
Really? Even the Renegade? I bet he could get his place back at the source if he turned us in.
I doubt it. They know me too well and want me alive. They know I'm not made for the source.
Roy won't betray you. They want him too. Please, you have to listen.
All right, kid. Talk.
My parents were militia. When I came back from the abundance camp, ruins were all that was left of their home.
Poor kid. Almost everyone in the militia was killed in a single night. Not many of them got away. And they're with us now.
I don't even know what happened to them. They could have been captured. I don't know. I have to do something. I can't just stand around twiddling my thumbs.
You look sincere, and we need people like you. You, on the other hand, don't count on it. I can't take the risk. The technomancers are too unstable.
Marco, we should maybe talk to the others before deciding. After all, he could be useful to us with everything he can do and all.
Judy, I just tried to talk things over with the others as much as possible, but I said no. This man is dangerous. I don't trust him.
Great. I can understand being paranoid can help in your kind of situation, but you're going a bit far.
Please, Roy, let me try and convince them that you're an honorable man. Just give me some time. What was that?
An explosion, but not one of ours.
That wasn't an explosion. Only a fluid overload could make that kind of noise.
The technomancers again. We should get out of here. That kind of noise will bring a patrol straight here. Let's go, kid. Now or never.
Roy, sorry. See you soon.
Take it easy, kid. I should go see this explosion close up. Her? What the hell is she doing here? Won't take long for a patrol to show up. I better get her out of the way. There you go. Looks like she's waking up.
Did you really think you could kill my master and get away with it? After running away with your tail between your legs? You thought a weak woman would never come after you, didn't you?
Mary. Like you said, your master didn't give us a choice. You're exhausted and really worked up.
I feel weak. But when I got here, I was full of anger and power. What has happened to me?
You had an overload you couldn't get rid of. Young technomancers are almost never told about things like that. It makes it harder for them to escape. You were alone, and all that power took over. Now you're empty. You should rest.
I feel awful. Like I've been ripped to shreds inside.
The overload was too strong. You need help. I'll go find some medicine so you can recover. It'll prevent any internal bleeding and get you back on your feet.
I should thank you, shouldn't I? If I join you, will you teach me to control the overload?
I could teach you how to do that, yeah. Some people even learn to use the overload without suffering too much from its effects.
Are you going to sleep with me? Sean did.
If it happens, I want it to be because you wanted to, not because you feel you have to. You could help me a lot, Mary, but you're not my slave.
Maybe, but I want to survive. And if that's what it takes, it doesn't matter.
I'll say it again. You don't have to, Mary. You should only give your body to someone if you want to, not treat it like a piece of meat.
Before now, everyone used my body in exchange for my life, or for knowledge. I'll think about it. Thank you, Roy.
Mr. Temperance, I'm Devotion. General Honorgrant sent me. He'd like to talk to you.
Strange kind of invitation, seeing how they're looking for me.
I thought I had observed all the formalities. Please forgive me. If you fear for your life, please understand that the General does not currently wish you any harm.
Now that's a relief. Are you sure you're normal?
I believe so. On the other hand, I am only following the orders I've been given. Given your current situation, I suggest you go to him through the Tyrville Underground.
You sure got the right name, don't you? Devoted and calm as they come. Yeah, all right, I'll go.
And me? Am I invited too?
I think you can come too. We didn't know Mr. Temperance had a companion. That explains why the invitation didn't mention you. Please forgive us.
I think I'd like to go too.
Okay, let's go together then. The name is Roy. Roy Temperance. I have a meeting with General Honor Grant. I was told to come here.
Yes, you can enter.
Hi. You're expecting me, I think.
I am. Good to meet you.
Really? Mind telling me what you want from me?
I have heard you are being hunted as a renegade. Rest assured, I have no intention of giving you up to the Source. To be perfectly frank, I'll admit I'm not very fond of them. And they feel the same way about me. But I'm high enough up the ranks that they can't do much against me, or those who work for me.
Ah, I think I'm starting to see what you're getting at.
All right, listen. I'm trying to understand how they got so powerful. I am worried. So I decided to put together a group of people to find out. You already know Devotion. She's my eyes and sometimes my hand. I'd like you to join her in the group. I'm sure you have questions.
I have one. You say you never liked technomancers, yet you ask Roy for help.
I know how to tell the difference between the technomancers from the Source and a renegade, girl. And even if you obviously have the same skills and are a bit disturbed, you'll understand that I'm not worried about you betraying me. Neither of you will find the source and reveal the existence of my little group. And both your skills and knowledge of the enemy will be useful to me. More questions?
I'm sure you understand it's not the kind of decision you make just like that. I need time to think.
I understand. And I have to admit that I find that reassuring in a way. You deserve your name more than it will appear. Temperance. I'll get back to you in a while.
Thanks. I'm going in that case.
Goodbye, Roy. But don't forget, if you have even the slightest feeling for Aurora, I am its last defender.
Surprise.
Attack!
Fuck, you're even better than I remembered. I must be starting to get rusty. I'm too old for this business.
You've known me for ages. Why'd you accept this job?
You know me too. I'm not the kind to do something for sentimental reasons. I was always a bastard. Just ask Charity. I must have had an unhappy childhood. But I'm always practical, and I don't feel like dying just yet. I broke that contract, and even if you decided not to kill me, I would still be in shit.
You got yourself in it on your own.
It's true. Listen, I think the only way I can get out of this is by working for you. What do you say? You know I'm good.
You really think that after what you just did, I'm gonna hire you? Without mentioning how you're a turncoat?
Keep dreaming. But you know I won't have a choice anyway. I'll have to stick to you like glue and take part in the fight. Now it's up to you, of course.
He's pretty disgusting and doesn't seem very honest, but I like the way he speaks. He says funny things.
Listen to the chick. She walks around half naked and it's like there's a meltdown going on between her ears. You already got a nutcase with you. Why not a bastard?
All right, but I don't really know why I'm doing this. Maybe because I don't want to become a bastard like you. But I swear, if you betray me, you're a dead man.
You're really a great guy, Roy. Gotta say. Let me get my shit together and I'm all yours.
You on the same side, then?
Roy kicked my ass, and you know me. Only thing I could do was offer my services to pay off my debt.
And above all, have a chance of surviving after fucking up your contract for the Technomancers.
True.
I suppose I should thank you, Roy. That scum would have killed me if you hadn't.
I wasn't about to lose my best source of information.
Don't be so cynical. You're a good man, Roy. I got nothing on me right now, but drop by my place. I'll give you something.
Yeah, all right. I'll drop by.
Listen, while we're on the subject, the kid, Innocence, came by while I was out. He told the bouncer the Resistance is getting a major strike ready on a train. He'll want you with him. It's a Technomancer convoy, if I understood right. You should maybe find out some more. It could be dangerous.
Roy! Hey! Innocence! Innocence! Innocence!
Charity, it was a disaster. The kid was arrested.
I'm sorry, Roy. He seemed like a real nice kid, really. The attack was stupid, but I already knew it didn't work.
You got a lot of good information, apparently.
Some young person came here to hide just after. Judy. She told me what happened. And there's also someone sniffing around your place. A girl works for the General.
That'd be Devotion. She's his right-hand man, armed, from what I understand.
My poor Roy. You have to decide. You're going to need allies if you want to help the boy. And scenes I doubt the Resistance can put up with honor and vice versa. You should go talk to the two women. See what they suggest.
Roy! I'm happy to see you. Even if Marco doesn't agree, I know we'll need you.
Like you needed Innocence.
Please, hear me out. You can't imagine how sorry I am about his arrest, but he wanted to take part in the attack. I think maybe we can help him escape when they decide to execute him. With your help, I'm sure we can do it. You know how important our ideas are to him. Marco didn't welcome you right, and he's still suspicious of you, but he's not the only one who makes decisions around here. Let's save him together, and then you can join us. We'll leave for Green Hope as soon as we free him. We hope we can weaken the Technomancers there.
Those little resistance bastards aren't as stupid as they look. They sent a cute cheerleader to bring you over. Cheap move.
Tenacity, shut up. Judy's one of the leaders of the Resistance.
Yeah. Still, if I were you, not sure I'd buy that line about saving him. And the Resistance, you know.
What do you do exactly?
We fight against the corrupt Aurora government. A government that doesn't hesitate to kill the people it just won the war with. A government that oppresses the people and leaves all the decisions in the hands of the Technomancers. You've seen the poverty, all the checkpoints, how cruel they are. We're fighting to change all that. To restore freedom and pride to the people of Aurora. With your help, we can do it. We'll free innocents and go to Green Hope to ruin those monsters' plans.
All right, I'll join you if you do everything you can to get Innocence out.
Thank you, Roy. Here, Innocence left his diary at the HQ. I think he'd prefer you to have it. There must be a way to stop them. We've got to get him out of there.
Judy, we tried everything. We even thought about an all-out attack, but look at that. Those bastards have a machine gun. They must know we're here.
We can't just stand here.
We never thought they'd bring out something like that. The second we get in the yard, we're dead meat. That's exactly what they're expecting. I'm sorry.
Oh, lend us an ear, boys, lend us an ear to the whispers of dead who've been wronged. Oh, lend us a tear, girls, lend us a tear. We're the last to give voice to their song. The walls of Aurora, like drums stretched before us, we rise to their glorious beat. So pick up your blades and sharpen your courage until they know defeat.
I've read this diary that Innocence kept, which Judy's given to me. Everything he went through since he got to camp is in it. His story's touching, even if I realize he didn't understand just how much his pity was wasted on the bastards we came across. He talked about the people he met, what we did. He even wrote whole pages on what I did since he started following Marco. I knew the Resistance had good sources, but I didn't think he'd hear about me helping the craftsman clean out his workshop. Nor that Mary and Tenacity were with me now. In fact, I was a bit embarrassed to realize that I was the hero of the book. Maybe that's why I feel kind of obliged to keep it going. Because even if he's dead, a hero and a martyr, the story is far from over. We're here. Green Hope. You know, it's not that different from what I've seen in other places. A dusty old hydroponics farm, crumbling under the wind and the war. When you think of everyone who died here for this. What a miserable place. The name hardly reflects its condition.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. Lots of people died here, taking it or defending it. It was a real slaughterhouse. But we can't stay here. Marco's waiting for us in the eastern part of the town. We have to move.
How's the job going? Did you find the gas line and the valve?
Yes, the site's been destroyed. They might try to start digging again, but it'll take them months to clear all that away.
Perfect. I have to admit I didn't expect you to be so efficient. Seems Judy was right. Thanks for joining the fight. We have to get together with other members of the Resistance in the agricultural zone. Apparently some of them have some interesting information. I'd like you to come along.
All right, I'll go.
Don't move. You're all under arrest.
Shit! Someone talked! Get out of here! Holy shit. The bastards. We almost bought it there. I can't thank you enough, Roy. Without your skills.
We were lucky. If there'd been more of them, I couldn't have done a thing. Their leader had this pass on him. It may come in handy.
It will. Listen, this meeting was a secret. That means one of us is a traitor. We have to find out who the mole is, or we're all dead in a hurry.
And how do you figure on finding out who the bastard is who did this? What's it got to do with the pass?
It must lead to the Technomancer's HQ. There have to be documents there that can indicate who's behind all this. Find them and we'll get some payback on the bastard who sold us out. But be careful, keep your head down. And above all, make sure you don't talk about your mission to anyone. We don't need the mole knowing we're coming after him.
All right, I'll get in there and try to find out who the traitor is.
Thanks, Roy.
Let's see. Looks like a list of names. The family of a certain Constancy. Shit, Jerry's virtue name. Seems they're being held on the site of a shadow line. Probably the one the Technomancer was talking about earlier. They were probably used to put pressure on Jerry. Poor bastard. I think I found the traitor.
So the work just stopped like that.
A group of terrorists sabotaged the excavation. We hit them hard, but unfortunately it'll take a long time to repair the damage.
You think I'm going to wait long? You've got everything you wanted. It's time to show results.
The incident at the site won't stop us continuing our experiments at the Shadow Line. Things are moving along nicely.
I hope so for your sake. Or believe me, you'll spend the rest of your life in the source.
Any news? Did you find anything out?
Yeah, I got into the Technomancer's offices. According to some documents I found, the family of a certain Constancy is in their hands. They're threatening to torture them and kill him if he doesn't give them information.
Jerry. So it's you. How could you do this? You've been with us since the beginning. I trusted you.
You heard what Roy said. They've got my family, and they're gonna kill them. I had no choice.
There's always a choice. You risked everyone's life. You risked everything we've been fighting for months. Everything some of us have died for.
He put our lives at risk, but killing him won't change anything now.
You're wrong, Roy. If we let traitors live, it means we value personal profiteers over the good of the community. Our ideology and the entire resistance will collapse. So long, Jerry.
The documents I found indicate where his family's being held. They're at a site of a shadow line that's being built. I heard the Dowser talking about it. At least it's the same place. He was talking about experiments the Technomancers are carrying out.
You mean they're experimenting on prisoners?
Yeah, I think so.
Those fucking monsters. This is sick. We gotta put a stop to this. Roy, can you go straight there?
Yeah, it's not far. I'll go right away. Later.
Please, get us out of here. They're doing terrible things. They use us for tests, expose us to the sun. Some of us have even been operated on. If we stay here, we'll die. Or worse. Help us. We haven't done anything to deserve any of this. I was just in the militia. Okay, I demonstrated against the technomancers, but that's all.
Calm down. I'll get you out, all of you, but I can't break the door down. Do you know who has the key?
A technomancer, of course. Their leader here, I think. He's really powerful and heartless.
It's horrible, Roy. I didn't think we technomancers were capable of such senseless atrocity.
I don't feel like I have anything in common with them anymore. These people are sick. Their thirst for power has taken the place of their humanity.
Do you think I might become as callous as them? Lose my head?
You're a bit odd, sure, but no, you're not like them, Mary. Don't worry about it.
What are you doing here? You have any idea how important the research you're interfering with is?
Research based on the horrible experiments carried out on Aurora's citizens.
I recognize you now. You were at the source when I was a child. Still so sure you're on the right side, huh? That you're always right? Still so full of yourself over your abilities, I guess. But I'll teach you. I'll show you your place.
Just us now.
Do you have the key? Please hurry, some of us need help.
How'd you end up here?
It was just after the demonstration. I thought things were okay. I didn't have any trouble when the leaders of militia were arrested. Then one morning, Source Security showed up at my place. They arrested my wife and me and took us here. She died after they did horrible things to her.
Any idea what's making them do this?
How could I possibly know what those madmen are thinking? They aren't human anymore.
You may have heard something.
Nothing. Just the screams of my friends. And that's more than I wanted to hear, believe me.
Here, I finally have the key. Take it and free your comrades.
Thank you. Thank you a million times. Wait. You're with the Resistance, right?
You could say that.
There was this guy who was part of it, too. He was a prisoner here. His name was Sam. Do you know him?
No. So I guess he's dead then?
He said all kinds of strange things. About a deal with Abundance and how they were going to attack Green Hope to help them.
What?
He spoke to someone called Marco. He said he succeeded. That Abundance agreed to help them. Sounds crazy, right? He must have been raving. Thank you again, in any case.
A man that recommends killing traitors while making deals with Abundance on the side? It's not easily explained.
So, did you get to the Shadow Line? Did you free the prisoners?
Yeah, I found them and freed them. And I found out some interesting things about the site.
After what we've just done, I'm not sure we need more information. We're going to be able to enter Shadow Lair and attack the source.
You want to leave soon, right? You wouldn't want us to still be around when Abundance shows up, would you?
What? How?
One of the prisoners heard about your alliance from some dying guy. The former member of the Resistance was your liaison with the other guild. How could you do that?
Don't you see? It was the only way to weaken and disperse the Technomancers enough so we could hope to defeat them. Abundance is ready to support the government we'll be setting up. And with their help, we'll finally have a chance.
At the expense of Green Hope, which has already cost Aurora a lot of blood.
What does that matter now? Aurora doesn't need green hope. What we really need is freedom. A future.
And you really believe Abundance's promises? Don't you think the only thing they're interested in is getting a hold of this site?
Maybe. But once we have the source, we'll set up a new government. A government of the people. Then we'll be stronger than ever, and Abundance won't be able to do a thing against us. Roy, you know that without me, the Resistance would be nothing. That I'm ready to give everything for it.
If we let traitors off the hook, it'll mean the death of the Resistance, remember? And you didn't just betray your side. You betrayed the Guild.
It's not treason. I did it for the good of the Resistance, of Aurora. You can't kill me, Roy. What will happen to the movement without me?
So long, Marco.
Kill him!
I think he really wanted to help the cause, despite everything.
Maybe, but he landed us in a pile of shit. We have to leave Green Hope as soon as possible and take the source by force. The Technomancers were hit hard, so we have a chance to take them, and we can't pass it up.
We'll go then. You want one of your friends to come along?
I'd like Mary to come with us.
I keep asking myself why you drag her along with you. She's, bizarre. Never mind, we may be able to put her talents to use.
We're finally leaving Green Hope, fleeing before Abundance gets here, after shedding light on the activities of the Technomancers and weakening them. Not only did we sabotage their excavation site, but we also discovered the inhuman experiments they were carrying out on the defiant citizens of Aurora. We've won enough here for now, and hope they'll fall, along with the dowser that's backing them, so they'll have to confront their madness. I'm enjoying my last few moments of peace and quiet here, especially as I have lots of regrets. I would really have liked things to have turned out differently. I wish Marco hadn't betrayed us, that I hadn't had to kill him, that Green Hope had stayed ours. But we have to go on to the next chapter and keep moving forward. My dear Mary is with me, of course, as we march on the source. Her help and support will be invaluable to me. Because the Tyrant will be well protected, and it's time we settled a few scores.
There! Kill him!
So, that's the source. All this wealth. But you've already been here, haven't you?
This takes me way back, Judy, and I only ever got to see the areas reserved for the Technomancers. I didn't have access to the government offices.
It doesn't matter. We'll find the dowser. It's time for the Resistance to confront the oppressor of the people. The Tyrant will be judged for his crimes. We have to be careful. Failure is not an option this close to victory. Defeating the Source's guards isn't going to be a cakewalk.
I'm not worried about the guards.
So he who has no fear has nothing to lose. I ask myself sometimes, what are you looking to gain fighting with us?
Innocence was put to death in front of my eyes. He didn't deserve to end up like that. Wisdom and his thugs will pay, I swear it.
Roy, revenge can destroy you. It's a darkness that can devour you from the inside. I liked Innocence. He was a pure soul. Avenge his death if you have to. Not for revenge, but for the future that he wanted.
All we have to do is enter this office, and it's done.
It's gotta end, and now is a good time. I need you to stay here while I sort this out with Judy.
You want to be alone with her and the old man? You think she's pretty? And you don't want me to distract you?
That's got nothing to do with it, Mary. There's no reason to be jealous. She's the new leader of the Resistance, that's all.
This is true, but I also know that she is fond of you. Please, be careful. Trust yourself as I do. You are all I have.
Hey, don't worry. I'll be back soon.
him. Why?
Wisdom was my friend. He was the leader of Aurora. I could not let him be dragged in front of an angry mob. Let the people judge him. You were going to debase Aurora in the eyes of the other guilds if you humiliated its dowser. I couldn't allow that.
You're completely wrong about us. Yes, he would have been judged, but it would have been fair. We're not here to destroy, but to rebuild.
Your beautiful ideas are naive and dangerous, girl. And I was sure you wouldn't understand. But I'm ready to answer for my actions.
You will be judged for this murder as well as for your involvement in a corrupt government. You will have to answer for many things.
Are you sure we can leave him alive after what he just did? You heard him. You think he'll just stand aside peacefully and watch the Resistance form a new government?
I'm not like him. I can't kill just because it suits me. He may be a pragmatist, but there is the blood of a hero running through his veins. He fought for Aurora. But this is your fight and your decision.
We can't let him live. He'd be like an open sore for the new government.
I don't see how you can say that. I have always fought for Aurora. You know that. I contacted you to get your help.
It wasn't exactly selfless, though, was it? A little give and take, right? Your protection in exchange for my help.
Roy, killing this man won't bring innocence back. Okay, maybe he could have saved him, but what's done is done. His death will change nothing. Please!
Fine, let him be judged by the people.
Thank you, Roy. Come on, the others are waiting for us. We have a world to rebuild.
So, in the name of the Resistance and right ideas, of freedom for the people, I've committed sabotage, spied, even killed. Including one of their leaders who thought he was doing good and committed betrayal for the benefit of abundance. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Thanks to our actions, the Technomancers are now under constant Resistance surveillance. Their dreams of power are at an end, this time. It was suggested I command them, but I don't like the idea of holding all these people on a leash like I was. Mary once thought about joining them, but I convinced her to stay with me. Whatever the future holds, at least we'll meet it together. Tenacity has decided to hunt for the Resistance. He's looking for traitors, everyone suspected of participating in all the horrible things. That'll probably lead to a real cleansing. Judy hates the idea, but she can't stop the people from holding grudges. Aurora will have to set up a new government. I hope, of course, that it'll be less corrupt, but I'm not dreaming. There will always be tyrants ready to take over the guild, ready to dominate the people for their own ends. Judy will keep debating as usual to try to defend her dream. She did, of course, ask for my help, but to be honest, I'm not sure I belong among them. I'll be staying here for a while regardless, just to see how things pan out. Because I know the conflict is far from over. Abundance will not give up so easily. The death of our dowser and the recovery of Greenhope will give them the hope that they can crush us. And even if we still have a war hero, he'll soon be appearing before a court, if he's let off. I fear he'll be the leading opponent of the new government. Anyway, for the moment, life goes on and Aurora can now dream of a better future. One that Innocence, who sacrificed himself for this dream, will never know. And so I write the final words of the war log of Innocent Smith, to give it a proper ending. Farewell, kid.